I'm Nita Shrestha. I'm the project officer of TDHNL Nepal country office.
Hello, I am Dave Vanna. I am a program coordinator with Nepal, Cambodia.
I'm Judith Polvera, one of Bidlisio's foundation project coordinator in the Philippines.
My name is Dennis Ratemo. I am the program manager for Kenya country office.
This learning event is actually a cross-learning event for the countries who are implementing SCROL. So we have 4 countries present here: Nepal, Cambodia, Kenya, and the Philippines. I think it's very important to have such kind of global learning events because it gives a platform to share your achievement and learn from other countries, like the best practices, the thing that has been working well, and to know about the challenges and to get rid of those challenges also. Such kind of sharing is very, very important.
We understand that the contexts are different, but really the risks on the online safety are more or less the same. The actors that we're targeting are more or less the same. So really sharing the experiences, the best practices, what lessons are we drawing from the kind of work that we're doing.
I think we can use this learning to implement our project in my countries. It is important that we have a different approach to the project implementation.
I learned the various different situations of different countries, and through these differences I was able to get inspiration. Maybe what works from this country might work from our country as well.
I learned that our Philippine team who have been implementing SCROL, they have a very good policy in place to engage the private sector in this effort. I think I'll take this to my country and start lobbying for the policy.
One thing that I've learned in this learning event is that we need to understand our context, the context in which we implement our programs, because that is very important. The big lesson is that as I go back to Kenya, I need to identify this particular private sector actor who's doing some work, children safety, of they integrated some children right into their work, and then this is the partner that would want to engage as a champion to then lead in the private sector engagement. Most of the signs of change that we've documented is that children are championing their safety online. We've seen children actually reaching out to their peers, creating awareness amongst their other children. We saw children engaging duty bearers and expressing themselves and voicing their recommendations in terms of what the different duty bearers need to do. That especially from Kenya, we've seen duty bearers who are more listening to children. They listen more to children than they do to NGOs or to the private sector actors.
We have been trying to meaningfully engage children in all of the initiatives, for example, influencing government and the curriculums.
The Project SCROL really leveraged the voices of these children.
One is about we empower our partner, for example, the national and subnational government and also key stakeholders where they are built with the capacity and then they spread the knowledge to others.
I could say first is the role of the private sector. We were corrected with the perception that private sector cannot or will not be able to contribute to the cost of the project. But we were corrected when we started to reach out to these private sectors. It's that private sector indeed can help us bridge the gap of resources, bridge the gap of other challenges of local non-government organizations like us.
We've contributed toward development of the National Plan of Action to tackle online child sexual exploitation. Countries need to have a national level policy or framework that then provides guidance and a coordination mechanism in terms of address any form of violence to children. We sit in the National Technical Working Group for Online Child Sexual Exploitation. Putting together a policy document is one part, but really supporting the implementation of those commitments is even the most important one.
In Nepal, we have been working with the law enforcement agency and the policymakers. For example, Cyber Bureau. Before we had just one department that handled the case of online sexual exploitation. But now, after a frequent lobby, Nepal government have started trial courts in all the 77 districts which handle the cases of OCC. The second one is the peer-to-peer education, a session where children are replicating effect of OCC sensitization in their families and communities.
I could say when SCROL project arrived, it was at its best timing. Right now, our country separated that issue on its own law, a special law. The anti-OSAEC law has been passed since last year. We have been helping the local government units in the community translate according to their local translations and application.
I feel personal the project respond to the needs or to the OCSE cases in Cambodia, because now they are increasing, and this is a big concern for Cambodia and also for the globe.
To see change in the children, like now they are aware and they are able to sensitize their family, community and peer, it really touches me.
Project SCROL really gave me an opportunity to be someone who I didn't thought could be that passionate in my work. When I see them go in the community, raise awareness on their own, it really gives me an inspiration to really push more further and create a better and wider roads for them. Also is my engagement with the local government units, with establishing new partnership, the right partners, the authentic partners, and really the partners that could really help and contribute to the cause of the project.
I have children, and really they are growing in an era where the digital environment is really part and parcel of their growth. So for me, it gives me extra motivation to actually work towards ensuring that we are creating an environment, a digital environment that is safe for our children. That is really a greatest drive for me, because while I'm doing what I'm doing to ensure that children in the country, children across Africa are safe in the online environment, I also want my own children really to be safe. And for me, that is the greatest motivation and inspiration.